Okay, we do things together. It is a teamwork. Okay, a journey along with you. Alright? Now, last time round, okay, by the way, if you missed out on my previous lesson, you can go and watch the video on the YouTube, yeah? Okay, that's what I'm recording. Okay, last lesson we were looking at addition and subtraction involving negative integers. Just do a very quick recap. Okay, I introduced to you the golden rules. Okay, let's do a recap about the golden rules. Okay, I said that plus and plus will give you what? Plus. Minus and minus give us? Plus. Minus and plus? Minus and plus minus? Minus. Yes. Okay, so these are our golden rules. How do we go about applying them? Okay, so let's just do a quick check-in. Let's say, give me a number, one digit number. 9, okay? 9, I want to plus, negative, and the other one digit number. No, somebody else. Yes, actually 4, okay? 9 plus negative 4. What would the answer be? Let me choose from my ice cream sticks, huh? So I can compare. Okay, Kaylee. So I'm still remembering the girl's name. Kaylee, yes. 5. Okay, so can you tell me the working behind getting 5? How do you simplify this? 9 minus 4. Thank you very much, Kaylee. So we learned that if the operations are side by side like that, we simplify it into the minus, following our golden rules. Plus minus become minus. Okay, another example. Okay, give me a one digit number. Let's see. Evan. 6. Okay, then I want a minus this time round. Okay, and then let's see. Hansheng. Negative 9. Okay, then what will your answer actually be? Even just now already. Kyra. Sorry. Yeah, the only minus, your answer is negative 3. You sure? Minus minus gives us plus, so we should be getting 6 plus 9. Agree? You agree or not? Yeah, you tell me. Alright, you can tell me. Minus minus, do you agree because plus? You don't understand? It's not easy. Okay. Oh, careful. Okay. I guess maybe the knowledge is growing in your brain such that you're getting heavy. Okay, for your chair. This is not negative 6, it is a positive 6 minus away negative 9. We say that if the operations are side by side, we change it according to the rules, become a plus. Agree? Okay, so answer should be 15. Okay, we clear about this? Yes, Auntie. This thing, is it? Okay. I think Auntie asked a very important question. Okay, when we do our working, why need to write this? Okay, at this juncture, I would like us to actually write all of this down so that I know that you know. Okay, that what is the process. Gradually, okay, when you go up to step 2, 3, 4, okay, then maybe it's not that necessary anymore. Okay, but actually when it goes to algebra, this step is necessary. Okay, questions so far? Right, so in fact to check whether is it really 15, okay, we think about the situation. This is positive 6, means I have $6 in my pocket. Okay, then after that I minus away negative 9. Okay, that means I deduct away the amount that I previously lent to someone else. Okay, so actually what's a good situation for this? Sorry? You don't understand? What you don't understand so far? Why is it a plus here? Huh?
Because you minus that.
Okay.
So minus
Yeah, the golden rule says minus minus equals plus. Okay. So if I think of a storyline for this, I have $6. Okay, and I deduct away I lend someone else. Wait. What is a good storyline that I give on this? Minus away the money that I owe someone. Okay, sorry, I can't think of any storyline for this. Okay, let me go back and think if there's something that I can come up with this at this point. Okay, but essentially we know minus minus become plus. Okay, if it is actually together like this. Yes, Sylvia.
two negative people, right? Two negative people when they get COVID, they become minus.
Two negative people if they get together, okay, we are positive. Yes, okay, but how is it about 15 and 6 and 9? Okay, so okay, so essentially minus minus become plus, plus minus become minus. Okay, that's what we covered in the previous lesson. Alright, shall we move on? Okay, Carmen, you're getting what's happening, okay? Because you didn't have the last lesson, so I need to check. Okay, next, we look at multiplication and division. Okay, shall we start? Now, first concept, we use the same thing, but it doesn't apply the same way as how we did it for plus and minus. Okay, exactly. So we look at things like maybe 2 times negative 5. Okay? Yes, Sylvia?
I just typing negative 6 divided by negative 9 on my calculator, right? And then okay, pretty 2/3. But then when I type in 6 divided by 9, it's 2/3 also.
Okay, very good discovery. We'll come to that in a moment. Okay, you're a bit ahead from all of us now. Okay, good discovery. I'll come back to you later on. Okay, now we look at this multiplication. Then I answer your question. Okay, 2 times negative 5. Okay, we know that if I want to talk about, let's say, 2 times 5. 2 times 5, what does it actually mean? It means 2 groups of 5. Okay, or maybe if I want to put money context into it, it is 2 groups of $5. Right? So 2 times negative 5 will mean that it is 2 groups of negative 5. So you owe 2 groups of people $5. So in total, how much do you owe? $10. And then we write our answer as negative 10. Right? Okay? Wait, Xavier, you hang on. Okay? Alright? So 2 times negative 5, we get negative 10. Okay? So what do we see, okay, in this idea over here? Okay? How do we apply our golden rule to this? 2 is a positive number. Agree? Negative 5 is a negative number. Agree? Positive times negative gives us negative. That's how it works for multiplication. Positive times negative gives us the answer itself will have to be negative. So different from how we did our addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction, it must be side by side. Then I change. But then, when it comes to multiplication and division, we're looking at the overall number itself. This is positive. This is negative. So my final answer will have to be negative. The value 10 is just from looking at 2 times 5, I get 10. Okay? The operation is determined based on plus minus, give us minus. Okay? Let me give another example. What if I have negative 3 times 4? Okay? We know that 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3. They're equal, right? So when it comes to multiplication, I can switch it around. Agree? That's how our multiplication works. They're exactly the same thing, right? They're all both equals to 12. So what this means is that negative 3 times 4 owing 4 different people $3. So total we owe that person how much? Or rather, in total how much do we owe? $12, so we negative 12. Okay? How is it consistent? We see that down here is positive, down here is negative. Positive, negative gives us negative. Okay? Even for here, this is negative 1. Then this is positive. Okay? Negative, positive, eventually still negative. Okay? That's why negative, positive, positive, negative, no matter what, it will be negative. Okay? Alright? Any questions at this juncture? Shall we try another question? Okay, try one more. Okay. Now, what if I have maybe negative 5 times maybe 7? Okay. Negative 5 times 7. What do you think we will get? Okay, based on what you understand it is. What will you get? Negative 5 times 7. Negative 35. Colin, do you agree? Agree? Okay, yeah. So we go with this. Okay, with this idea, huh? Then next one. Okay. Do another one. What if now I have negative 2 times negative 4? Okay. So based on how we did it just now, we look at the overall number, then we go back to our golden rules. Now we have negative number. What do you think the answer will be? Matthias? Matthias, you right? Matthias, can you tell me what will your answer be? What is negative 2 times negative 4? Don't use calculator lah. I want him to count from his brain head. Lucas. Yes, Matthias? Okay? Work out together. This one negative. This one negative. Our golden rule says that our final answer must be positive or negative? Positive. Okay, so I just intentionally put it here lah. Then I say the numbers can multiply each other, right? So 2 times 4 give you 8. So therefore our answer is positive 8, but usually we don't need to put a plus sign, we just put 8. Understand? Okay? Let's try one more. Okay, maybe how about negative 3 times negative 6? Okay, what will your answer actually be, Francis? 18, positive 18. Yes, great. Okay, getting a hang of it? Right? Of course, all this, you have your calculator you can use. Okay, in fact, oh yeah, the other set 1 class was asking me, can you use calculator for WA or not? Answer is yes, okay. All maths exam, all maths tests can use calculator one, okay, so don't ask me this question anymore. Alright? Okay, now multiplication, that's it. Okay, it's straightforward again. Now we go into division. Okay, there's no other ways of multiplication anymore. Okay, not as complicated as plus and minus. Right, now we go into division. Okay, what exactly is division? Division is the opposite of multiplication, right? Agree? Okay, so 6 divided by 3, what's the answer? 2, okay? You should know this at the back of the head. Okay? And we know that we get 2, okay, by thinking about it as though, okay, we are trying to find the number over here times 3 such that it becomes 6, we know that it is 2. Okay? Now what if I want to find negative 6 divided by 3? I want to know what is the answer. Okay, so by the same logic, I'm looking at something that gives me negative 6 when I multiply with 3. Okay, so what times 3 will give us negative 6? Yes, Nancy? Negative 2, you agree? Yes, okay, so we get negative 2 over here. Okay, so what do we see in this case so far? Okay, this is negative, 3 is positive number. Okay, end up I'm getting a negative. So, negative, positive give us negative. Okay, then over here is the multiplication part lah. Alright, so same logic. Okay, same logic as for how we did our multiplication. Okay, give you some examples. 12 divided by negative 3. Okay, what will you get, Xavier? Finally, your turn. Yes, what do you think you'll get? Negative 4. Okay, let's ask someone, do you agree, Joan? Joan, do you agree? 12 divided by negative 3 and negative 4? Anybody disagree? So, positive number, negative number, positive, negative give us negative. So, answer must be negative. Then we take 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay? Another one. Negative 20 divided by 4. Trina, what do we get? Trina is you. No, it's you. Sorry. Negative 5. Great. Okay. Another one more. What if I have negative 10 divided by negative 5? Lucas A. Lucas A is you, right? Who's Lucas A? You said Lucas R, right? Okay, Lucas A, yes. 2, okay. Right? Clear? Any questions? Yeah? So, now that we understand the process already, let's take a look at combined operations. On integers. Okay, understanding about combined operations. Do you know what is BODMAS?
Yes.
BODMAS? Who knows what is BODMAS? BODMAS. What does it say? Yes, okay. So our BODMAS rule tells us the order of our operations. We handle the brackets first. Then we do multiplication or division. Okay, followed by addition and subtraction. Yes, what did I miss out? Of, okay, yes, but I'm not trying to sell the word. Okay. Alright. Okay, in fact, maybe in between your multiplication and division, just a small note, okay, we have our powers and roots also. Okay, so it's actually a 1.5 because powers, meaning to say your 2 square, 3 cube, or square root 4, cube root 64, this kind. Okay, we do this first. Then we go multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So this is a bit like a 1.5. Okay? Right? This is the order we go about solving our question. So let me give you a question now. Then we run through that. Okay, we look at practice now 9A in your textbook page 51. Okay, it specifically said without using calculator. We want to find the value of so now, by the order, we want to handle the brackets first. Right? Okay, brackets is over here. So, your 15 minus square root of 49 plus 2 cube. Okay, we need to simplify this. We handle the square root and the powers first. So, therefore, I will have 15 minus, what is square root of 49? 7. And 2 cube is 8. Right? So we target the things inside the brackets first, simplify if there's anything that's needed to be simplified, so that I can then calculate. Okay? Now the question says without using a calculator. In your exam, maybe they will also ask like that. Okay? But what if you really don't know what is square root of 49? Then you just press calculator lah. Okay? There will not be a red siren ringing just because you touch the calculator when you do this question. Okay, you just go and press calculator, find out what is square root of 49 if you really don't remember. You understand? Okay? It's just for the working. The working is necessary, that's all. You just cannot go and press calculator for the whole thing and then tell me the answer. They expect step-by-step working. That's what it means by without using a calculator. Okay? So if you really don't know, don't need to cry, okay? Just go and press. Nobody going to stop you and snatch your calculator away. Okay? Right? Now, negative 2 times 15 minus 7 plus 8. We still haven't handled the brackets. So, what is 15 minus 7 plus 8? Okay? If your this quantum calculation also terrible, just press calculator. Also okay. 15 minus 7, that is 8. Right? Okay? 8 plus 8, 16. Okay? Negative 2 times 16, that will give us negative 32. Okay, so these are the steps of working that is expected. A lot of brackets. Round brackets are inside, then you have square brackets, then your curly brackets. Okay? Which bracket should we do first? Round one. Okay? So inside here, so outside we just copy we tackle the inside the round brackets first. Cube root 64 is this is start right. I also don't remember this kind of thing most of the time. Just press calculator. Cube root 64 is 8. 4. Okay. Good. This so far. Moving on. How do I draw the curly brackets? Like that, like that. Need to practice. Okay? I just lazy, that's why ends up becoming so ugly. Okay? So 16 minus round bracket 4 minus 5 equals to what? Negative 1. So negative 1, do I just write like that? Okay, we must have the brackets. If you don't have these brackets in the exam room, you'll be penalized. Okay, in front and cover page got an error that says brackets. Okay. Then we continue. 16 minus negative 1. Okay, what do I have? So then just use another one, trick C. 17. So 16 plus 1 now. Okay. So if you're not that fast, you can write it down like that first. But we know that it is 17. Okay? Notice that when I change the brackets and I complete the round one, I just maintain what is the standard brackets are. Okay, I don't keep changing my bracket shape. Alright? Very time consuming. Then 7 times 17. Wow, you all memorize this up. No, right? Press calculator, right? Okay. I also don't know what is 7 times 17 at the back of my head. It is not part of our multiplication table. You can go and press calculator 119. Okay? 4 cubed is what? 64, right? Minus 119. Okay? This one, and you can press the calculator if you cannot. Okay? So, negative 55. Okay? So if you are asked, okay, to do this, okay, and you want to check whether you answer correct or not, you can press your calculator, which is what I want all of you to do now. Okay? Can you press this in your calculator now? Check that we get negative 55. Press the whole thing. Okay? If you don't know how to use your calculator, then that's very problematic. Please raise your hand, I'll come to you. Okay? Oh yeah, in your calculator, there is no differences in the bracket. Just use the same bracket, round bracket. Only got one type. Okay, yes, Ethan, I hear you. Can we all try? Make sure we are all getting negative 55. Okay? If you don't get it, raise your hand, I'll come and help you. Or you can ask a friend also. Is this your last period for the day? Yes, okay. Okay, are we all done with this? No, not yet. Please try calculator pressing up. Erase this part first. No, yeah, just shifting the position. Okay? Shall we move on? Alright. Can I get your attention? You're getting a little bit noisy. Okay. I want us to take a look at practice now 7C. Okay, I'm shifting things around a little in terms of our sequencing. Okay, just do a very quick one. Question 1. Okay, we want to find the positive and negative factors. Usually when we look for factors, we look for the positive ones. Okay, so it is just when the question intentionally asks for negative factors, okay, then you put in the negative numbers. Otherwise, in a normal basis, we'll take that the factor is a positive one. Okay? I'll just do one question. Okay, part A. Okay, maybe I'll do two lah. Part A first. Okay, we want to find the positive and negative factors of 8. Would I erase this one already? The earlier question. I erase us. Okay. We know that factors are the numbers such that when they multiply each other will give me 8. Right? What is the most basic one that we know? 1 and 8. Okay. And then I also hear that you have 2 and 4. Okay? But now, since we have already learned multiplication and division, okay, this is a positive number. What else and what else will give us 8? Okay? Negative 2, negative 4, negative 1, and negative 8. Why? Because negative gives us positive. Agree? Okay. Now let's look at, so therefore part A, okay, sorry, I haven't answered the question yet. The factors of it are, okay, we know that there is positive 1, negative 1, positive 2, negative 2, positive 8, negative 8, positive 4, negative 4. Okay, I'm not going to expect you to write 16 different numbers. Let's make this simpler for us. Let's learn a simple plus minus. Okay, this is the plus minus sign, that this is either positive or negative. So we got positive and negative 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 4, and plus minus 8. So this covers everything already. Okay, simpler rather than having to write all 8 numbers. Okay, it looks like what? The Chinese word, is it? Yes. Like you're underlining the plus, yes. But we need to be familiar with this kind of symbols, okay? Okay, now let's look at part B. So by the same logic, for the number negative 9, what is the most simple one that we have? 1 minus 9 is 1 times negative 9, okay? So 1 times negative 9, okay, what else do we have? 3 times 3, you sure give us negative 9? We can have negative 3 times 3. Of course it can be 3 times negative 3, they mean the same thing. Okay? It's just a different way of writing it. They have the same meaning. Okay, just repeated. Okay, what else do we have? Do we have any more? Is this the only combination that can give us negative 9? Plus and minus. We have 1 times negative 9. Anything else will give us negative 9? 9 times negative 1. Okay, I don't know where that voice came from, but yes. 9 times negative 1. Thank you. Agree? Okay, so therefore, the factors of negative 9 are, in this case, we have plus minus 1, plus minus 3, and plus minus 9. So 6 different factors. Moving on, question 2. multiple. There's many that you can. So let's just give some example. Okay. Can you give me one positive multiple of 2? Easy one will just be 4. Right? What about a negative multiple of 2? Negative? I want to go negative. Negative 2 you can. Okay. Negative 2. Okay, negative 108, yes, right? So, any number, okay, 1000 is okay. If you want to write so many zeros, a bit waste time, okay? Okay, so we get the idea, yeah? Okay, so this leads us to the next very important understanding about square roots and cube roots, okay? raise his one first. Okay. So we learn square roots and cube roots when in chapter 1. Right or not? We know what is square root 25, right? What is square root 25? 5. Okay. Now, why is square root 25 5? Because we know that square root is the opposite of your square. We know that 5 square, which is 5 times 5, gives us 25. So when I take square root, I'm trying to find out what is this number over here. Okay? But now since we learned negative numbers already, is 5 times 5 the only way for us to give 25? What else, what other ways can we get 25? Negative 5 times negative 5. Right? Do we agree with this? Negative 5 times negative 5 gives us positive 25. So now, since we take square root will give us the reverse of square, and the square root is supposed to give us this number over here square. This one I get 5. What about this one over here? Negative 5 times negative 5 actually represents negative 5 square. Okay, so I want us to pay attention, let me write this here, to the fact that there are brackets around, outside of negative 5. Okay, so negative 5 bracket square means negative 5 times negative 5, and that gives us 25. So what am I trying to conclude over here is that in the square root of 25, right? Okay, maybe I don't use the square root sign yet. I'll just use the word square root of 25. Okay, is the reverse. From this sentence, reverse gives us 5. But from this one, reverse gives us negative 5. So, there are actually 2 square roots of 25. Strictly speaking, there should be 2 square roots of 25. That is 5 as well as negative 5. Then the next question you probably have in mind is, how come my calculator only gives me one answer? Because when you press calculator for the square root of 25, what do you get in your calculator? 5, right? Okay, the answer is simple. This sign itself only represents the positive square root. Okay? It only represents the positive square root. If I want to get the negative 5, I must have negative square root. Okay? So, it is important that we know that the square root, okay, whenever we take square root of any number, there is always positive and negative. So, conclusion, important conclusion. There are always 2 square roots to a number. Okay, and these square roots are, one must be positive, the other one must be negative. Okay? Yes, Hashan. Okay, very good question. Okay, Hashan asked a very important question. He said that when you press calculator like that, okay, you can go and try now. Press calculator like that, what do we get? 25. But then if you never put the bracket, he said the answer is negative 25. So what does this tell us? Okay, this tells us that the brackets are very important. Why? Because negative 5 squared means that it is negative 5. Only the 5 itself is being squared. So it is negative 5 times 5. Whereas negative 5 bracket square means that it is negative 5 times negative 5. Okay? And that is 25. Because negative and negative gives us positive. But this one is negative and positive give us negative. Okay? So therefore, brackets very important. Right? Okay? If the question never put brackets, then don't put the brackets. If the question put brackets, you must put the brackets. Okay? Right? Any questions? Okay. Now that we cleared about our square roots, our next natural question is about cube roots. Okay? We know that cube root of 125 equals 5. Okay? Cube root being the reverse of cube itself. Okay? Since we are trying to find 125, it is 5 cubed, which is 5 times 5 times 5. Okay? Now, for cube root, is it possible for it to be negative 5 times negative 5? Oops, how should I put it? Negative 5 times negative 5. Okay? If I write it like that, do I get 125? Like the same logic as my square root? No, right? The question here is why? Because negative and negative down here become a positive. Okay? Then positive and the negative over here gives us a negative. So overall, everything should give you a negative 125. So therefore, cube roots don't behave the same way as square root. Okay? There will only be one cube root. Okay, there is only one cube root to a number. Alright? Questions? Okay. Any questions? Right? So you can go and find out, okay, what is the cube root of negative 125? Okay, you press your calculator, you will get negative 5. But square root negative 25, it doesn't get you anything. I invite you to press your calculator. Okay, you will get a math error. Okay, no answer. Why? Because square root means that I'm trying to find something times something will give me negative 25. But I know that I can never have two of the same number, that means positive and positive to give me negative. Neither can I have negative and negative to give me negative. Because negative, negative give positive, positive, positive give positive. Okay? So I can never have a number to answer this question. Okay? So this is important thing to take note. At least for now lah, okay, there's no answer. Okay, but then if you go to JC or higher mathematics, there is the answer lah, okay. But for now, no solution. Okay, I can cube root negative, I cannot square root negative. Right? Questions? Okay. I'm sorry.